Alright, this time on the driver's corner, we are installing the Spoiler King duckbill spoiler on my 1997 C5 Corvette. Stay tuned. Alright, so in order to start installing this spoiler, we have to clean off the back area where it sits on the car with some isopropyl alcohol to kind of get the area nice and clean and ready for that adhesive. So that's what I'm doing. I didn't wash the car first, which the instructions say to do, but this should get it good and clean and take all the wax off. And I believe that that is pretty much all the prep that is needed in order to get this on there. I'm going to take some measurements. They say to cut this tape in the center and then pull it off. There's lots of other videos on how to install the spoiler, and I'll link to one of those below from another YouTuber that I watched him install his. This isn't going to be a very long video. This is just kind of rounding out the back end of the car for the visual modifications that I'm doing. So more of a documentation process of what my car looks like, not so much on intricacies of installing that spoiler. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure this spoiler, get the center point, and that way I kind of know where to slice it. This says it is about 57 inches long, so we will go ahead and split it in the center. Alright, so with some quick math, we are looking at about 28.5 inches to the center. So I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of tape on that area of the back spoiler here. I'm going to mark it with a Sharpie. 28.5. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut my tape loose. And I'm going to make a mark on the back of each of these pieces here. And try to pull this tape back. Which will give me something to hold on to. My dusty hands all over it. Kind of pulling it back about an inch or so. That's what the instructions say to do. So that exposes a little bit right there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the center mark in the back of the car. I mark that with a piece of tape too. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark 3.75 inches on this, on that tape that I put right there. So there's a little red mark that you probably can't see on camera. And then what that'll do is line up with the mark that I made on the spoiler. And then we'll place it, and then I'll start pulling that tape out. Alright, so what I've done is I've taped up the ends of this tape right here so that I can grab them from either side once I lay it down. I'm going to struggle on getting that lined up, and hopefully we'll get the spoiler mounted. Alright, so in theory, it's getting it like, just don't really know how far back to go. That's pretty good. Okay, so what I've done is I've taped the edges. I've got the center kind of locked down. I'm gonna start on the outside here and pull these out, and then I'll push the whole spoiler down tight. So what I did before I put the spoiler on is earlier today, I put this out in the sun, both the car and the spoiler laying on the back of my truck to get it good and hot and pliable. I'm really happy with the way that it lined up on the car. Thanks for tuning in. I am really excited about the way the car is turning out. If you like the video, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.